Alright, no real special intro for this one. We're just gonna get right into it. 76 laps here, with old school GT cars. And, who's on track? We got a multi-class as well. We got some of the old school LMP 900s in here as well, just to mix up the field. BOP'd the Celine, which is what is the Celine? That's the Viper. What was the Celine? Is that the name of the car, or is that the name of the RSS car? I can't remember. There's only one of each, just one of each in the prototype class. So we didn't bring two of each, but in GT class there's two of every car. We're in the Lister Storm, so that's our car. We're the Lister Storm. Right on board. Well, did I not choose the official livery? I didn't choose the official Audi, did I? Or did I? That is the official Audi, isn't it? That is. Never mind. It is. Okay, good. What was this? The Audi... It's an LMP 900. From like 2002, I think. Oh, all your good, 2000s Le Mans spec cars. I want to take a look at some of these prototypes, because these prototypes I downloaded, but I haven't actually seen them or driven them on track. So this is the Cadillac. Oh god. I regret going to this onboard view. Okay, that's cool. We have a Ferrari prototype in here as well, which is kind of weird to think of a Ferrari prototype. Oh, he sends it down the inside of the Celine. BMW prototype. And Panos. So where's the other Lister Storm? There it is. There's the other Lister Storm. Let's ourselves get on track. Load this in. I'm gonna drop 5th by a little bit. Some softs on. I guess 30 liters will calculate fuel. So it's like 76 laps, I think. Well, we're gonna get lapped, so it won't be exactly that many. Can't decide if this is the view I want to use, or if I want to use a different view. There's a different view I'm thinking of using. Fuel consumption is on, but no tire wear for this one. Chance to get warmed up here in this practice session. Only 13 minutes remaining. It's an 18-minute practice, and I think a 12-minute qualifying is what I set up. Oh, I lost it on the curb. That's why you don't have damage on. Oh my god, that prototype. This has not gone very well to start. Still kind of grappling with this car. It feels very light in the corners, so there's not really much confidence on traction in some of these places, or the braking. Also, I'm not used to being on the right hand side of the car. A good old Lister Storm. Very awesome sounding car though. It's just our outlap. And I'm so glad I turned damage off because that would be a nightmare start. It's already a nightmare start with damage off. It is a sequential stick shift, but I am using paddles. I do not apologize. I'm not gonna apologize for that. Too lazy to use the sequential stick. I'm also not as good in this car with the sequential stick. It also feels weird because my stick shifter is to my right, but the stick in this car is on the left. I'm just gonna turn a couple laps. Hopefully the AI turn at least a few laps, get their fuel calculations together. I'm gonna get mine together here as well. And if you can't turn 3 laps in 18 minutes, then, well, it's not my fault. Unless I crash you out, then it might be my fault. Steering is super light in this car. I don't know if it's supposed to be, but it's a really weird feeling. I'm not going to change anything. So we're trying to do... Oh, I didn't change. I didn't change. There's something I need to tweak. Hold on. I totally forgot to do this. I'm gonna exit, cancel. I totally forgot to change something. The time multiplier. Yes. Oh, we're not gonna use a specific date. Okay, so I gotta go back in, but yeah, we'll do this again. I meant to change the time multiplier to ×3. My bad. So we'll come back in and do this again. Just give me a mulligan on that one. Wasn't supposed to forget to do that. Okay. Well, at least we only got practice, and we hardly even got started in the practice whenever I realized. At least I realized that mistake early. Okay. Well, that's not such a big deal. Okay. And the screen is showing, or at least I hope it is. I'm just gonna make sure. It should be showing. Trying this again. There's one thing I do want to change before I do go out. We'll bump this up to 2. If it's too loud, you can always bump it down. That seems to be about close to where it needs to be. And the car feels so light over the curbs at the bus stop. So you can forget about our little mistake that we made earlier on. So times multiplication is at 3. We're starting this race technically at 3:30 or at 3 in the afternoon. So when the race session begins, it'll be 3 in the afternoon, and it will carry into the night, where we will finish during the night. God, this car is so tricky over the curbs. I kept it out of the barriers. No damage is on. Once again, I'm gonna let this prototype come through. Don't hit me. A couple more coming through. That should be the last of them. I should be able to safely rejoin. I say that, and I can't even get the car turned around. Is there anyone coming up? There's a car coming up behind, but he's gonna go on the racing line. I'm in a bad spot. It's my teammate. Or, it's the other Lister Storm. Yeah, back off, son. You don't want any. Gotta be very careful on the curbs in this car. It doesn't like curbs for some reason. I say as I absolutely melt the curbs through the bus stop. So it's like a short little fun enduro. This is all this is. It's not all that serious. I just wanted to do a couple hours at the Glen with these cars because I think these cars are super fun. And of course Watkins Glen is a great track. This mod is so well done. Bilski is the one who made this mod. And they put a lot of effort into this mod. This mod looks amazing. Drives amazing. Incredible attention to detail as I'm just getting all out of shape. Again, not totally used to driving on the right hand side of the car. It's a little odd to me. So I'm still getting used to it. The view is just different. It's the best way I can describe it. It's just different. Even in the sim. What was that first lap time? A 47. We can go faster than that. Not my most confident lap. Okay, go around the outside on me. Well, that's what we have to deal with in the race. I don't know why he slowed up on the apex. One of the most awkward corners of the Glen. Not as fast, but that's down mostly to the prototype that was trying to lap us. Or not lap us, but pass us. We have been lapped exactly. It's not a race yet. We haven't started race session yet. I'm expecting to go down about 8 laps or so, probably something like that. These guys will be quite a bit quicker. Can't stay out of that barrier. About 4/10 off in the last lap. Oh my god! Oh my god! Why is the... What is that? Why is the rear locking so much? That doesn't make any sense. The rear just locked on the brakes. I meant to bias forward a little bit. I don't know if that's gonna solve anything. But that was very, very strange behavior. This is the most awkward corner in this car. I thought about doing a different car, but then I ended up liking the Lister Storm as the car of choice. How are we looking on lap time there? Even slower. Yeah, just not getting the consistency that we need right now. Well, we're consistent, we're just not as fast. I mean, the lap times are pretty close right now, they're just not as fast as they need to be. In the race, it'll be consistency over speed. God, I just can't help myself but get on the grass. It's the difficulty of being on the right side of the freaking car. I can't tell where the track limits are as well from this point of view. I'm so nervous the rear is going to lock into this corner every single time. Don't know what to expect. Alright, we're starting to get somewhere now. Maybe. Are we faster? We're pretty much right on pace at this moment. I almost put it in the wall. Are we gonna go faster? Yes, we set a new personal best. I think that's where I can run is the 46s, so long as we don't have any troubles. What are we looking at for the rest of the practice session? 9 minutes remaining. Screw this. Okay, most of these guys have set their times. We got people on hard tires, we got people on soft tires, people on mediums. This is a very strange field of cars. That's the other Lister Storm. How is he running? We're running one of the faster laps of the GT cars. The sounds of these cars. That's what I love about them. I don't need to set any more times. I wonder if did we get enough data in terms of fuel? Well, we'll start Our first run will be with a full tank anyway. I'm willing to bet that we're gonna burn off fuel very quickly. These are gonna be very thirsty cars. He's coming back in. I mean, this session is mostly just for AIs, just to calculate things, fuel and whatnot. It's a Rebel liveried Ferrari in this mix. Man, does that Lamborghini sound awesome. So we're not far off from qualifying, 6.5 more minutes until qualifying. We're just sitting in the pit lane for now. It's a 17 car field. It's not a huge field. Okay, so the Audi is leading the prototype field, which I expected that car to do. You see where I lost it? I spun the car coming out of the last corner. Right there you can still see the tire marks. Such a cool sounding car. We've still got GTs and prototypes racing each other. Is this Celine or whatever? Is the Celine the name of the car? It says Celine. I think that is the name of the car. Since we're taking just a break, how much time's left in practice? 4 minutes. Okay. I'm gonna let the AI run a couple more laps. Oh, since we're doing this, well, I don't know how much fuel. I'm not gonna worry about fuel. I think we'll wing it on fuel. We'll just kind of play it by ear, and yeah, hope we can figure out how much to add. That's why I have a fuel calculating app. So, yeah, Celine S7. That's the name of the car. That's the name of this car. The yellow car. There's another one. I don't know if it's... Oh, the other Lister Storm has got to find some pace. So he's yellow as well. What's the other Celine? Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. Number 5 and number 2. They're running hard tires. Napfield is running mediums. Most of these guys have done about, 6, 7, 8 laps. There's a Ferrari prototype with the Momo livery. I mean, honestly, we could... How much time's left now? 2 minutes and 48? I mean, we could just skip it, but I'll let them run out their laps. The more they can calculate, the better. I want to make sure that the AI know exactly how much they're burning, so that when we get into each session, they're not making stupid decisions on strategy. So at least we can have a somewhat fair race, or clean, fair, decent race. And he's coming in, so no point. Okay, and most of those guys are coming in. The Murcielago, which is a Lamborghini. Coolest sounding car of the pack, I think. I mean, Scream on the car is a very apt sponsor, I guess, for this car. It's very appropriate sponsor. Yeah, give me that view, that onboard. My man's banging off the limiter there coming into the bus stop. Yeah, I think third gear is an appropriate gear through here. Dams is the name of the team here. 30 seconds remaining. Looks like the first AI are going to start filing out of the pits. Yeah, one of them is a Ferrari. I can tell you that much. And the other is a Chrysler Viper. And here comes a couple other ones. I think that second car back there, that yellow one coming down, is that a Ferrari? I'm not sure what that is, actually. That's the Lister Storm. That yellow one right there. We're the very first car at the front of the pit lane, so... Well, we always had the first pit box. I love that, actually, that you got every team's little detailed pit box there. It's pretty cool. So, I'm gonna load this from here. Well, you know what? It's already loaded in, isn't it? Oh, you know what? Why don't we do this? Bump up the front pressures and reduce the rear pressures. That might help a little bit with rear stability. We got an estimated lap count. Yeah, about 16 or 17 is good for a quick little qualifying run. Couple things need to be on though. First of all, where is Where is Heli Corsa? Oh. No, that's fine right there. Okay, yeah, that's good. And, is ACTV in here? ACTV timer? Tower. That's not actually what I wanted. Just give me 1 second. Can I move this so it's like down here? Oh, there's so much clutter on the screen now. Great. VGT. Oh. Okay. You know what? Let's get rid of the track map. Map display. You move this up here. Cool. And then move this back up here. Alright, time to go. Time to set a lap time. Time to set the lap time. The lap time. We are going to get pole position. If we don't spin out, we'll be fine. Eight minutes remaining. We've really got to go. We at least need to get a banker in and then follow it up with another lap if we can. Suddenly, I'm feeling much more confident with that change to the rear tire pressures. Okay, I take it all back. Oh, you know what? I didn't move the brake bias back forward. Gosh dang it! No. No. Restart session. Restart session. I'm not going to be made to look like an idiot. Oh my god! Screw this car. Screw this car. Screw this car. Okay. Now I'm gonna leave the pit lane seriously. Okay, I'm leaving the pit lane seriously this time. But seriously, what was that about? Why did I spin coming out of the pit lane after I changed it? Moving the brake bias forward. You can't have the brake bias that far rearward coming into I don't know the turn number, but the turn after this long right sweeper, the carousel. This corner up here. So you pass the carousel right here, this corner. And you come into this downhill braking where you can't have the brake bias rearward. You will lose the back end on the brakes in this car for some reason. Much better now that it's forward. I need to just move that forward in the setup, and then I won't ever have to worry about changing it again. Once I get into the race, there's no restarts. Once we get into the race, whatever happens in the race. But, I mean, for some douchebag crap like that to happen in qualifying, I'm not gonna just sit by. I'm not just gonna sit back and let something like that happen. Oh my god, this car is... Where's the force feedback controller? I'm gonna slow down for just a second if I can find it. No one's coming up on me, so it's fine. I'm gonna pump this up to like 120. I have no feeling. I said it earlier, the steering's really light in this car for some reason. So just change the force feedback. That's much better in terms of the feeling I can get. Kind of tell more easily where the limit is. I slowed down a bit. That may have cooled the tires off. So we won't exactly have optimal temp coming into the first couple turns. This right-hand sweeper uphill. This is going to put some temp in, for sure. There's a prototype right behind me, so that's definitely not going to help. This prototype is more than likely going to try to pass me into the bus stop, and that's going to slow me down. Stay behind, please. Definitely felt the pressure to try and stay ahead. Compromised my line a little bit, but I kept it together. Okay, go ahead, get past. God, I can't afford to be slowed down by stupid prototypes. Maybe he'll slow the guy down ahead. It would be helpful if he did. Hit our marks. It's an awkward corner. You get a lot of understeer and oversteer at the same time, if that makes any sense. However that makes sense. It really shouldn't. Yeah, I think he did slow that GT down a little bit ahead of us. If that's a Celine. Yeah, that force feedback change has made a difference. Like a huge difference. It was only set a 48, which is a really slow time. And sucks knowing we can go faster than a 48. Remember, I did get compromised into the bus stop chicane, so it's had an impact. I'm pretty sure I got affected by the airflow off the car in front, so didn't quite have the grip going into that corner. I'm only downshifting because I have the car in front of me. Oh, I don't have anywhere to go. I spooked him for sure. Oh, what a pass. Sort of, he's still there. Oh man, that's very sketchy. What a sketchy place to try to overtake. Just keep that in mind in terms of the race. I have no idea of our positioning. Ah, I could have had a better exit off the last corner. Oh, we have plenty of fuel. We can go around again. Look at this. We can make up a lot of time. What is the brake bias? Whatever the brake bias is set to, we need to leave it here. Starting to get a lot more comfortable with the car. Oh, just gotta tip it in. Wow, really carrying speed on the exit. Getting close to the wall, that's gonna be good enough for us. Oh, I'm looking at my stint at the top. You can see how our laps have evolved. I think that's as good as it's gonna get. Try to drive back around, but I'm gonna run out of fuel before I can get around. I still don't see where my name is on that timing tower. I'm not first. I'll say that. I'm not first. Oh, just... Let's look at the brake bias. Yeah, about 67, 68. That's it. I'm gonna go ahead and get back to the pits now that I'm out of fuel. I won't block that guy. Quickly change the brake bias to 68. We'll put it at 68. We can always drop it. I'd rather do that. Brake powers. Nah, it's fine. You know, we'll reduce it by just a little bit. There you go. So we can go approximately 30 laps. And we'll probably end up only doing about 66. That means we'll probably only need... Yeah, we'll need about 1 to 2 stops. Maybe a third stop. I think we'll need a third stop. Everybody will need to make about 3. We'll need to make about 3 stops. Approximately. Oh. Okay, so that's the correct PSIs. For the tires, if you look at the pressures, I'm looking at the pressures here in this. 46.4. Okay. Oh. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. Oh, that's LMP 900. Overall. Oh, that's what we need. The overall. I don't even see my name up there. There's nothing indicating my name. Maybe it's because I'm not listed as that class. So there's your overall. We're 7th. Overall. Which means we're probably like 2nd or 3rd in class. one last tweak. Where is it? There it is. I'm gonna bump this to 1. Just to be on the safe side. Any other like apps that I want? Time of the day as well, time of day. Oh, we need to go back to the pits. I don't know why I chose to drive. I accidentally clicked on drive. So first stop will be to add the full. No change to compound. Full tank, and because full tank will take us approximately 30 laps. That may or may not be super accurate. I'm gonna leave these tow settings as they are. I'm not gonna change anything. I was gonna change it, but I've decided not to. Qualifying is still going, so there's one car that hasn't finished. Oh, he's come back into the pits. Okay, so choose me. There's your grid. So you're flying over. That's us right here. So we are second in class. Oh, how about that? We qualified second in class. Hey, last time we qualified second in class, I ended up winning the race. This is a couple weeks ago at the 24 Hours Daytona. So quick little break, just to grab a break to the bathroom, and we'll get underway. There's your heli shot. We'll just let the heli shot play through. One last sip of energy drink, and we're on the way. Which energy drink, though? That's the question. Which one? I'll never tell. No, but if you do inquire, I will tell. But this is not sponsored. This is not sponsored. We got the full. There's no tire wear, so you can forget about that. Just put the softest compound on. I don't know what the AIs are going to be running. The objective: win the freaking race. So we will look at the qualifying times. One last look at it. So I don't think we looked at the final time. Wow. Well, the field spread is very interesting. But how's the race pace? That's the question. What's the race pace like? It's close between me and Luca. Luca Riccitelli. Luca Riccitelli. Let's do this. Oh, before we do this, switch back to this camera. This is where we're going to be racing from. So, just one more look at the fuel. It's a 76 lapper, but it's probably really going to be like 66, 63. It'll be so close that I don't know how many times we'll get lapped, but let's assume we get lapped. If we get lapped 10 times, we only need to complete 66. If a full tank of fuel gets us about 31-ish, we'll just say 31 laps exactly, we'll be able to go about 62, and that's it. We would probably have to make a third stop. I don't know how many times we'll get lapped in a 2-hour race, but yeah, it's kind of up in the air. But without further ado, let's get our racing on. Please, no AI incidents. Oh god. I don't know what to expect here. Oh, we're really slow off the line. I wouldn't have it any other way. So we're off for the 2-hour marathon here. This is going to be very interesting to see how this goes. See LMPs take off, and well, we'll never see them on the lead lap ever again. And there goes the timing tower. Forget about the timing tower. We go in to the bus stop for the first time. Just got to keep it clean and keep it together. Oh, the temptation to shift up on that. See how well we can fare in a 2-hour event. If the field stays close or not, I really don't care how close the field is. The field is going to do what the field is going to do. We caught up close to that Celine. The Ferrari ahead of us is really pulled away a little bit. All right. AI is just a little bit slow on this first lap here. Down the third, but normally we can hold that in fourth. Back down the third here. We take off in our Lister Storm after the Celine in front. Don't have to try to win it all in the first lap. Although that Ferrari is going to keep pulling away if we don't get out from behind this Celine in front of us. That S7 is pretty rapid, and I'm losing downforce through the high-speed section. I had to lift ever so slightly. I don't know how slow he's going to be into the braking, so I'm just pacing myself a little bit here, just to see what he's going to do. I've wanted to race these RSS cars so bad. I haven't done it until now. This is the first race I've ever done against AI in these cars, so I don't really know what to expect. This is also the first... No, I don't think this is the first race I've done at Watkins Glen. No, it's not. I tried to race stock cars here. I actually streamed it a few months back. Cars behind are staying in touch. I can't seem to get past the Celine. It's pretty rapid right now. A little slow into the braking, but he's got straight line speed. I'm also running a very high downforce package, as you would run at Watkins Glen. Ooh. How long before we get lapped is the question I have. Well, my pace hasn't really been all that impressive so far. It's been alright. I mean, just, again, pacing myself behind the Celine in front. I don't want to crash into him, into the braking or anything. Just lifting slightly just to make sure I don't lose it coming through the S section uphill. Oh, we're going to have a great run on him, but will we get him on the brakes? No. It's all about survival, this. Just trying to hang it around the carousel. One of the tougher circuits, tougher corners on the circuit. I changed my settings in Streamlabs to be a little bit higher quality. Hopefully it's not affecting the stream in a negative way. We'll see. Oh god. I'm starting to lose grip and or downforce. Well, you lose downforce, you lose grip in the corners. That's just the way it is. The Ferrari ahead has peeled away. I'm trying to get ever closer to the Celine, but the more I try, the more frustrating it's gonna get. The cars behind are catching right back up to us. Look at that. The Lister. Is that a Lister Storm behind us? Or there's two yellow cars, I think, in this race. There's a Lister Storm and another... one of the other Lister Storm. We're one of the Lister Storms. The other Lister Storm and another Celine. So I don't know who that is. I think it's a Lister. I'm not sure though. Diving it into the first turn. You can see the Ferrari up ahead just now going through that uphill S section. He's really pulled a gap on us. So good racing this. It's still early days. So I'm not concerned yet. But the fact we can't get past this Celine, and I've had a few chances to have a little look and haven't really found a way past yet. Got to figure out where the best overtaking opportunity would be, but I don't want to chance anything and take both of us out of the race, especially this early into it. Just a few laps in would be really stupid and embarrassing, so I am just trying to keep a nose in, just stay with it. I mean, the Ferrari isn't exactly pulling way away, but the more time I spend back here, the less good. Yes, the less good, indeed. Just gotta stay focused on my objective. Don't crash into him. That's the objective. Don't crash into the sky. Oh, he's so slow into this corner, whichever corner this is. I don't know the corner numbers or names at Watkins Glen. I'll be honest. Hold fourth this time. A little bit sketchy over the curb. This car doesn't ride curbs exceptionally well like modern GTs do. It's a little sketchy on the curbs. Again, I must reiterate, I'm trying to just keep my pacing for the time being until the pit stops, which will be 30 laps in or so, something like that. Monitor our fuel consumption. We have a range of about 27 laps to go on this. Oh, he's getting out of shape a little bit in the bus stop. And I've lost touch with him a little bit coming out of the bus stop. But he goes deep into this corner every time. I think he's just taking the optimal line, to be honest. I like to come in tighter and almost double apex that corner in a way. Whereas he's just kind of running in hotter and just carrying more speed through that section. Which there's nothing wrong with the line that the AI is taking there. Just an interesting observation on my part. Trying to keep tabs with him. the good news is that Ferrari is not exactly pulling well away at the moment. So again, ×3 acceleration. We should finish this race coming into the night session. Went back down to third. I feel like it's faster at the moment. With the car ahead of me and heavy on fuel, we're going to probably need to drop a gear for the first several laps coming into the penultimate corner. These GT cars are so fun. They sound great. Challenging to drive. They're very hard to drive compared to your modern GTs. Very tricky to drive, but I think that's part of their charm, is they are not the easiest things in the world to drive. We're really getting the suck now from the GT in front, but I'm not going to have any chance now. I'm just not close enough. Not many overtaking opportunities at the Glen. You're going to have to be bold and send one if you want to get past. But I think we'll just wait and see what happens in the pit stops. When it comes down to it, that might be where we make our money. Almost taking the same line he is taking through there. I'm almost forced to, just because of the turbulent air that's coming off of his car. And it does exist. You can definitely feel it in the Assetto Corsa. It's a very detailed sim, in that you do get that turbulence effect following cars in the corners. We experienced that with the IndyCar stream we did back around the new year. We definitely experienced that turbulent effect. And the Ferrari has really slowed. Look at how slow that Ferrari is. We've caught right up to him. Getting a little bit of a lag there in frames on my end. Dropping a gear here. I think we're pretty well matched. I mean, I think I'm a little bit better into the braking and some of the corners, but he's got some straight line speed, the Celine, right in front of us. I even put some ballast and restrictor on that car because it was just so fast. It seems to have done the trick, because we're all in a little line here, having a little battle. Having a look-see. Great racing this so far. I like it. No complaints. Two hours might not seem like a lot, but in a sim like this and at a track like this, yeah, it's a lot. 2 hours is a lot of driving. Basically a single stint that you would do anyway in an endurance like this. You can call this the Watkins Glen 6 hours, because we're basically doing 6 hours in the sim world at ×3 acceleration. From 3 to 9 is basically how far this one's going. 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Ferrari is getting caught up by the Celine. I just wonder how the Celine is going to get past. That's my question. What's he going to do to make an overtake? How is he going to make that work out? I wonder how am I going to run if I can get in clean air. A little bit aggressive coming into the final corner. We don't have to go balls out yet in terms of our driving or our pace. Completely fine right now. Ferrari is so slow now. Celine goes wide. I go wide following the Celine. Look at this. The battle, the heat is on. Almost pretty much flat. I don't know if the telemetry would show a lift. I felt like I didn't lift, but maybe just a hint of a lift. We're going to brake a little bit early. I don't want to run into the back of anyone here, so bus stop, you got to be alongside or basically have a nose well ahead to send it down the inside there. And I don't feel like chancing it right now. There's no point in chancing it. Just stay behind these guys. See if maybe we can pick them off with a move or get lucky or something. They'll slow each other down, possibly. Who knows? Cars in the rear view are just now coming around that corner behind us. Oh, you can see the Celine is slow. That corner is awkward for traction. In any car, it doesn't matter. Even a high downforce car. This is such a slow corner. You just peel off the downforce as you come in. I like the way these cars are matched right now. This is really good, really intense, actually. Fourth, hold it in fourth and just brake through the corner. Let's see how that works for us. Seemed to work pretty well. You have to downshift on the last corner in this car. You just can't. Yeah, I knew they were going to slow each other up. The Ferrari seems a bit slow into the braking as well. I don't know. I don't know where the Ferrari's strength is. The Celine is just tailing him for right now, and I'm tailing the Celine, so ducks in a row, I guess, for the time being. But here's the thought. This is going to allow the cars behind us to catch up if we just keep piggybacking off of each other like this. So that's all we're doing right now. I mean, and it's fine for like a little enduro type thing, you know. You don't gotta go for the moves early in the race here. It's not a sprint. It's a long little endurance. Just trying not to lose the back end through here. See, the Celine is so slow. Maybe I can get around that corner a little bit better than he can. I don't know. It's just so difficult to pick out a spot to overtake. You're going to have to, the key is you're going to have a great exit and a good run onto one of the straights if you want to make a move. So that's really the key. If you want to get something done, you're going to have to get a great run, a better exit than the guy in front of you if you want to have a clear overtaking opportunity. I'm just staying away from the curbs on the uphill S section just so I don't lose the car. Or I'm trying to stay away from them. It's going to be very difficult. So enamored by this little battle here. Trying to hug this inside line and roll off of the carousel like that. Oh, fuel is totally good. Almost broke in a little too deep into that corner. I could feel the back end was definitely lurching a little bit. Oh, getting ever closer to that Celine. Tantalizingly close. But look in the mirrors. That's what I was talking about. Those guys are going to be getting right up on us. Question is, can they find a way past us if they do get right up on us? And my question is also, where is the lap traffic going to be? Or not the lap traffic, but the faster cars. Oh, the Celine is slow in there. How about that? Really trying to get her slowed down. 68 liters of fuel will be fine. It's not until we've completed about 30 laps that, well, close to 30 laps that we'll have to get concerned. We haven't even done a full 12. Fallen a little bit off the cars in front, but we'll get a little closer, I think, through the braking, I would imagine. Yeah. Just trying to hog this inside line. And back on the power. Blue flags, there it is. I figured they would start coming by about 10 laps in, that we would start seeing lapped traffic coming in, and this is going to play a big role in this battle ahead of us, is where does the lapped cars get through? Okay, so he's past me, but hopefully he gets up to them into this next corner. That would be nice. Yeah, he's past the Celine. The Celine actually got it, let him get past into a good part on the track for him. Now the Ferrari. That's actually given the Ferrari a little bit of space. Oh man, the Celine is definitely not very good in that corner. I can tell that much. Has that thrown the Ferrari off a little bit? Okay, well that's the first car coming through of lapped traffic. Was that an Audi? I think it was an Audi. I'm not sure. So we're now a lap down. So we've gone down a lap. Should have gone into second. Third was not the best gear to use for that corner. But now I should be able to go flat through here, no problem. Look at the car behind, catching. They're all catching. I've fallen a little bit off that slipstream. Blue flags again. There's not many prototypes in this race, so it's not like it's a ton of prototypes to have to let past us. And they're going to be catching us in about the same spot once again. Here comes the prototype. He's going to get me in the same corner as the last prototype, so I'm going to go wide and let him go up the inside here. Oh, that's the Audi. So that means the Audi's in second, and he's quite a ways off the leader at the moment. Very interesting. I was expecting that Audi to be the quickest. So it's the same roll as the last prototype. He gets through in the exact same places. Kind of eerie how that worked out there. You know the Celine is not very good through here. And he's going to get the Ferrari in the exact same place as well. Made quick work of the Ferrari there. Got to keep our mind in this. I could think about a lunge, but it would be stupid. Especially in this phase of the race. Just got to keep that in our heads. The smartest overtake is the one that you can make, not that you think you can make. If you say you think you can make it, you should stop right there. There will be more prototypes coming through. I don't know if they're going to be coming through soon. We haven't been shown a blue flag through here, so we'll be well clear of that this time around. Man, this is really intense, really exciting. We've got another car joining this 3-car battle at the front, so it'll be a 4-car battle very shortly. I feel like I'm so much better in that section than the Celine, but it doesn't really seem to matter. It's very hard to get past in that section. Even if I wanted to, it's going to take a great exit coming out of this corner to have any shot So that seems to be it for the lapped traffic for now. For now. You gotta love to see this intensity at the front here. Three GT cars just going right at it in a row. I wonder what would happen if I got out front. Would I pull away? Or would they just be right on my tail? Probably they'd be on my tail. So, I mean, I'm content to just sit right here for the time being. I would like to get out front at some point, but I am content to sit here for the moment. Oh, look at how slow the Celine is. Come on, mate. A little bit faster would be great. This guy behind's catching us. Might be time to get the old elbows out. I thought about it. I certainly did. That's why I pulled out. I was definitely pulling out to the right to try to maybe send one. Danny Rick style, but nope. Thought better of it. I thought better of myself. I knew I didn't need to do that at that moment. I felt like I just got it slowed down. Some more blue flags. It's always in this section, isn't it? It's the Ferrari prototype, and I've messed up the exit there, and he's going to get right past me. That's not such a bad place to let him get past, to be honest, though. I had a poor exit, and it's shown in this entire section. The prototype just goes right down the inside. That's nice. That opens the door up for him. Now slow down the Celine and the Ferrari so I can get right back in the hunt. Yeah, much better. Whew. Rear end is a bit sketchy through there. We pulled a gap to the cars behind now, oddly enough, it looks like, at least. So from having a chance to think about a lunge to being a car length or so back on the next lap. Very interesting dynamics there. I really was thinking this Ferrari ahead of us was going to pull well away, but he didn't, and now the two of us are just chasing him down. I mean, it's been that way ever since, I don't know, lap 6? Lap 7, something like that. Around the carousel we go. Ooh. 16 laps is the range. Must mean we're close to lap 15. And that fuel gets close to I would say 4 liters. How much are we burning a lap exactly? 3.13. Okay, so close to 3 liters actually. Then we'll have to think about pitting, like 3.3 liters. We're gonna have to think about pitting around that time, but we got time to just keep racing our race. Fuel is not a concern at the moment. I've got a great run on the Celine. He's really lost track of the Ferrari. What is happening here? Oh, we're going to make a move. We're going to make a move. He outbroke me. And I didn't want to lose the car into the bus stop or anything. We had such a good run that time. No need to chance it. Like I said, we don't have to chance it, but definitely having a look. Prepping ourselves for a future attempt. Man, I really lost the front end going into that corner. I'm gonna stay ahead of this prototype. He can get past me on this straight if he gets up to here. Celine has fallen off a little bit. Here comes the prototype. He's waiting. He's just gonna wait to make that move. If I can get past the Celine. Ferrari has picked its pace back up. I don't know if he's just managing something and just decided to pick his pace up, or what's happened. Celine is very slow. We have a look down the inside. This prototype doesn't want to get involved in this. We're battling each other right now really hard. I don't know what's happened to this Celine, but he's slowed down all of a sudden. Oh, that was very hairy. I did not want to get taken out, so I had to slow myself down. Ah, that's really frustrating. The prototype on my inside, that was very, very nerve-wracking. Oh man, we somehow have not been crashed into. Celine has to get out of the way. Oh, we lunge it. Looking for a move. Oh, he's slow on the exit. He did not have the optimal line into the bus stop because of the prototype. This is getting very intense. Very all of a sudden. Big lockup on my inside. Oh, I send it. What a lunge. Hey, we got past the Celine. He was so slow in there, I made a lunge. Made it work. Nice overtake, huh? Now we can get focused on catching up to that Red Bull liveried Ferrari, but he's way up there now. So we just lost time to the Ferrari, but let's see what we can do. Carve out some lap time here and hope the prototypes get past us clean and quick. Oh, it's the Ferrari. He must have picked. So he's going to come right back through to lap us as well. So he must have made a stop or something. And he's coming right back through on us. Well, we've pulled well away from the Celine already. So that's a good sign. Question is, where the hell is that Ferrari? It's like 5 seconds up the road, isn't he? Yeah, there he is, going through the bus stop. Well, things just got interesting. Prototype trying to get past the Ferrari ahead. unable to, I think. I don't think he quite made it stick. But he'll get past at some point. Ferrari LMP on Ferrari GT. I don't know why that Celine slowed so much. All of a sudden, I just dipped a wheel on the grass there. Already making mistakes now that I don't have anyone to follow. Here I was thinking I would be so much better in clean air. Now the mistakes begin, don't they? What are we on, lap 20? So this is lap 20 for us, right? I think. Or have we completed 20? It's one of those. We're a lap down, I know that. I know that much. Uh-huh. We've completed 19 laps. We're on lap 20. So we're 2 laps down? Because they're on lap 22. What? I think the Ferrari is just straight up pissed off. I have no idea. I have no idea where he is. Not a clue. I think he is legitimately faster. It was interesting how slow he was though when that Celine was right on his tail. Maybe he was feeling the pressure, I don't know, or maybe he just enjoyed having a bit of a race before taking off. Who knows? That's him going through the bus stop, I think, right there. Well, it has to be. It wouldn't be a prototype. Blue flags. I've had better runs through that last corner than that, but whatever. It's a prototype. Is that the one that almost crashed into me? When we were having that battle with the Celine and the Ferrari. I think this is the same prototype. They seem to be having the pit, so their fuel tanks are not as... Either their fuel tanks are a lot smaller, or they are consuming fuel at a much larger rate than we are, or something. I don't know. Well, pass me already, dude. Oh my god, this stupid prototype. So sketchy. Stupid BMW prototype. Just make the move already. I don't know why he took so long to do that. We're on lap 22. Means we'll be seeing the leaders again very soon or whatever. What's fuel looking like? Oh, it's way good. We're totally fine. It says approximately 10 laps on this tank. That's what it's looking like, at least. That means we could probably go 34 laps on... close to 34 laps on a single tank. 33 laps. Which would probably get us close to the end. We'll just put a full tank in and see how it goes with each stint. See how far we can take it. Oh god. I knew he was going to get me right here. He definitely lunged it in a very, very awkward spot, considering I was braking into the bus stop. I am kind of obligated to get out of the way as well, though. I mean, I'm slower lapped traffic. Somehow kept that off the grass. Touching the grass would have been deadly. Approaching sunset soon. Closing in on it. Really get the front end going. I don't know, my pace is slowed off. Not driving as clean or consistent as I was before, although that seems to be the best exit I've gotten out of that last corner all day. Ran a 48 on that lap. I know the prototype slowed me down. Keep that in mind. I had lapped traffic, or I'm lapped traffic, but I had a guy lapping me into the bus stop, of all places. From way back, a huge lunge that if I didn't get out of the way, I probably would have been terminated immediately. More blue flags. Yay! Play the Blue Flag song by Sebastian Vettel. I think that's the Audi behind me. Yeah, that is the Audi LMP 900. Alright, dude. Okay, he's gonna go on the outside. That makes that easy, I guess. Just don't park it in front of me unexpectedly. AI will do that sometimes. A nice little toe, I guess, from the Audi. Holding it in fourth this time. Is that faster? It should be. Yes, it's faster. It's a new personal best. 47.3. If I could get into the 46s, that would be pretty rapid. For myself, for my pace. I'll get there eventually, especially as fuel burns off or whatever, and as the stints continue. But this stint has gone on pretty well. This first stint. I need to check fuel just to make sure the strategy is good when we come into the pits. I don't want to come in and not have a full tank prepared for them to put into the car, so we'll check that in a second. Yeah, it's good. It says we can get about 32 laps on a full tank, and that's pretty accurate, so yeah, it's pretty close to 33 laps. Just taking it easy here. Running out wide for the first time all day. That'll definitely cost you some lap time. Not a terrible amount though, considering the mistake there. Second stint will be much more like a sprint to the end. The first stop of the race will pretty much just indicate the halfway point in the race. I don't have to just send it into the bus stop. In fact, I want to try to just keep the car alive, so I'm not going to go full tilt into the bus stop. Is that the optimum way to take that corner? Probably not. Yeah, you can see I'm losing some time on the Delta. Just trying to keep this up as much as possible anyway. Come on, keep that Delta up as we cross. It is a 46. How about that? Pace is doing all right, I guess. I'm pleasantly surprised by the pace. It's not amazing or incredible or anything, but it's decent. Doing a decent job. See the Ferrari ahead into the chicane. We might be closing in on him just a little bit at a time here, which is exactly what we need to do. That's all we need to do. Stay focused, keep him in our sights. Really deep into the corner now. Accelerate. How are we doing on Delta? Close. Oh, someone's in the pits, I think. We set a new personal best even further into the 46s. Until that fuel light icon comes on, I'm not concerned about fuel. Yeah, we're totally fine. Not a concern. No idea who's in the pits. It might be the Ferrari. I don't see him going through the bus stop, so maybe we go longer on a stop than he does. Who knows? Getting close to 30 laps, which means we're getting close to our pit stop window. But if that Ferrari had to pit, we can go quite a few more laps extra on fuel than he does. Which means maybe we can really get a massive undercut on him. If we can get the undercut, and it's a powerful undercut, how sweet would that be? Still running 46s, so once the fuel burns off, we're much quicker, obviously. As you would expect, once the fuel is gone, you're just going to improve your lap times, or you should improve your lap times. And with no tire wear, for AI reasons, you don't have to worry about tire wear being a factor either. You just drive like you mean it. I'm trying to keep the car alive at the same time, you know, it doesn't... If you try to go aggressively over curbs and bumps, this car doesn't seem to love it, even with a change to the dampers and the suspension setup. Although there are things you can do to certainly tweak that and make it more kind over bumps and curbs. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, you don't want to go attacking them necessarily in this car. Not all-out aggression. Diving it in. You almost want to approach that corner as if you're going to roll off of it off the inside. We're approaching nighttime and sunset soon. What's the lap time gain? It's a 46.4. That's like faster than my qualifying time. Of course, the setup's not any different. It's the same fuel level, same tires, same compound anyway. Same tire compound as what we ran in qualifying. Same setup on the car. Nothing's really changed, so not surprising that we could set similar or faster times. Fuel tank icon is on. I think these guys have just come out of the pits ahead of us. Those are definitely prototypes. Or they might be lapped GT cars. Who knows? I don't think that that's GTs. I have no idea who that is, to be honest. I just saw red and what looked to be a white car. I don't know. Sunset is definitely upon us. Oh, those have got to be GTs, are they not? If I'm catching them, they're GTs. That have probably made a stop, and they seem to be fighting with each other. Yeah, that's one of the Lamborghinis. Oh, I go wide. They've probably made a pit stop and fallen this far back, which isn't going to matter because I'm about to make a stop, and I just put it in first gear for some stupid reason, and almost lost the car. Okay, we've lost a lot of time with just those mistakes. I don't know what's happened to the car. I know first gear was not exactly the best gear to put it in there. Stay away from first gear if you unless you absolutely have to use it. It's gonna be like a 48. Not a good lap time. Almost a 49. 5 more tenths and it would have been a 49. We can just chalk it up to, imagine we caught these guys and couldn't get past. We'll just look at it that way. We got stuck behind traffic. I mean, that's the way it's about to be. We'll probably be able to get one more lap in before we'll have to stop, so watch that fuel. If it gets close to 4, 3, 3.5, we'll have to make a stop. I think we'll be fine to go one more lap. One more time. This time we'll be full around, and then the next time we'll be in. Just trying to send it up the inside of this Ferrari, and we were successful. So we've caught a couple of Italian cars here, a Ferrari and a Lamborghini. That Lamborghini sounds so awesome. You can hear it so well. Even over this Lister storm. That V12. We're good. We're good to go around again. We can certainly make it around one more time. So that's the last full lap we're going to make before we'll have to pit. This field isn't exactly BOP'd, just for the record, but you can also look at it as maybe they're amateur drivers in some of these GT cars. Is that the Lister Storm ahead? That's the other Lister Storm in that yellow car. He just came out of the pits, I think. We're making our stop on this lap, so it's pretty close. Oh my goodness, you guys. Wow, losing so much time now. I was planning on getting past the Lamborghini, but my other teammate, I guess you could say, my teammate, has decided to slow us down. There'll be no send this time. Well, I'm going to try to keep a nose in here. Up the inside, out accelerate, and out drag him. I'll take that position from you. Alright, well that's it. That's as much as I would like to be slowed down. We're coming to the pits. One last check on the fuel. Yes, they're adding a full tank. Good. Headlights have come on now. A little bit wide. Alright, well, we're in. It'll be interesting to see what happens with this pit stop phase. Make sure to absolutely mash on the brake pedal. We experienced in Daytona. Don't miss your marker coming into your pit box. 33 laps we've completed. We're putting a full tank in here. And I think that's a Ferrari. Wow, a full tank is going to take a long time. But everyone's kind of in the same boat, I think. Everyone's in the same boat. I'm wondering if those cars have yet to pit. Alright. Well, there's our stop. Hopefully we haven't gotten screwed over on the strategy. So this will take us to about lap 65-ish. Shouldn't need much more than maybe 15 liters at the most. And that would just make sure that we can make it to the end. But everyone's got to make stops and everyone's got to do their own thing. Just remember the car's going to be very fat with fuel. The sun is coming down here at Watkins Glen. Just going to make little adjustments to the fuel levels at a time. I don't think we'll be able to make it to the end on this tank, but we'll see. I think it'll be close. Wow, look at the sun coming through. Those beautiful clouds. Still running in P11? Yeah. Watch that positioning. See what happens if someone stops up ahead. This race should finish well into the night. Catching a Viper, one of the Chrysler Vipers, Chrysler Dodge Viper. That's what's ahead of us. Track lights have come on as well. But it's not quite dark. It's just the sun is just now setting. I'm wondering if these guys have not made a stop yet. It would be detrimental if they haven't. And if they haven't, they got to be close. I know that the Lister Storm, the other one, I think pretty much made his stop already. I'm just watching that position marker. I'm watching that marker. We haven't been promoted to another position, so a little bit concerned that maybe the strategy has not worked out, but it should all in due time. Thinking about a move, but I'm going to be too far back. I know where my best overtaking spot is on the track. I think you should know where it is by now as well. It's pretty obvious where I know where to overtake. Look at the sunset. It's just gorgeous. Each lap that goes by, it gets a little bit more pretty in the sky. More pretty. Prettier. Prettier is actually the best way to say it, not more pretty. Trying to have a lunge. Almost ran into the back. back of him. Oh, almost lost the back end on the traction. What happens, these AI cars are slow into these corners, man. You get stuck behind them. Just nothing I can really do about that. I don't think we have a chance at winning this just because of the amount of times we've been slowed down in this race by other AI cars. We're going to be in a very difficult spot to try to win this. But you never know, I guess. Don't count yourself out. Never count ourselves out here. Wow. I gotta have the run here. Yeah, we gotta run. We got the run on him. Do we have too much downforce to beat him in a straight line? Well, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna count on myself out braking him. Oh, he's still alongside. Gotta give him the respect. Yeah, he backed out of it. Come on, dude. You lost the position. Give it up. I should be able to get past him, but he'll get a bit of a slipstream into this braking. But he won't be close enough to get close to an overtake. Wow, just the visuals. Look at the visuals, man. Again, you can thank Saul for that. Oh, a bit deep. Just having to reel it in a little bit, you know? Now it's starting to get nice and dark outside. I don't know if we can take this to the end here. We're P10, by the way. Well, yeah, that's because we overtook the guy, right? Duh. Second stint has been a lot harder than the first one. I don't know, just something feels like it's changed about the car. Something on the car just feels like it's changed. Could be the fuel, that I'm not used to driving with this level of fuel anymore. That's just a dumb mistake. Now, good news is no damage and we didn't lose the car, but yeah, that just shouldn't have happened. I'm looking at my lap times right now and running, 49s and 50s. Like I said, the good news is we got no damage on, so that's not really all that big of a deal. Eventually, I was going to smack up against the wall at some point, but whatever. Night is falling. Car braking on a little bit free on me at the back. Gotta dig deep here. Find some lap time. I think someone's in the pits. I think that's why that pulled up. Someone's got to be in the pits. Is it a car that's going to be for position? Find out soon enough, I guess. No, apparently not. It might have been a prototype. Who knows? I don't know. I'm flying a little bit blind in this race, to be honest. Looking for the 400 meter board. coming into the bus stop, and that's kind of your braking reference. It's going to be very critical at night. These things are going to get a little bit trickier in terms of spotting things like that. Second gear kind of kicks the back end out. I kind of like it a little bit though. Is that a battle for the lead update? An update on the battle for the win. Overall win. Roll it in. Really trying to mash on the brake, turn it with the brake, rotate the car with the brake. Can't get too concerned about the deltas. Remember, the car's heavier with fuel. It's a lot heavier to drive. I can feel it through the corners. It's definitely not that quick in the corners. I mean, we just did a 47, I think, was our last lap. It's a high 47, but hey, I mean, it's beats the pace we were doing before comparatively. I'd rather be doing 47s than 49s. So spot at 600, 500, 400, now brake. No one around me, so not a lot of action, although now with headlights being on and in the nighttime, you'll definitely spot cars coming up on you much easier in your rear view than during the daytime. It's easier to spot cars coming up on us. That's the nice thing about nighttime. And generally, I just like driving around tracks at night. I like the night stint. The night stint is awesome. If I were to do a stint in real life, or as part of like a team, in a actual endurance with humans, virtual or real, I would prefer to take the night stint. I think a lot of people don't like doing the night stint. I do, but maybe I'm just weird. A little bit late getting back on the power, but look at the lap time. It's going to be a much better lap. Yeah, that was almost a 46, so starting to find a groove. Still sitting in P10. It's not gone how I hoped it would, but I'm not sure if this is going to shake out a bit differently. I'm still not sure how this is going to shake out, this race. For now, we just keep driving, doing our thing, carrying on with our stint. Try not to lose the car. That's why I have to be very careful over the curbs. Especially at the bus stop, they're so raised and so aggressive at the bus stop. You got to be very careful how you handle them. So the car will do that to you. She don't like curbs, man. Just trying to get the car in here. It ain't rotating. Interesting that a little while back I got a notification, or not a notification, I guess, but the tower came up right through here as if to say maybe a car's come into the pits, but it wasn't for position, obviously, or I would have known about it. I would have gained a position, but I didn't gain a position. We're still in P10. I don't know, something feels off right now about where we're stacking up in this race so far. But I don't know. I mean, It's a long race still yet to go, so who knows? You know, that sucks. I had to get out of that or I would have spun it. I would have spun the car. And I'd rather just lose a couple tenths and spin the car. I say as I absolutely yeet it into the bus stop. I mean, I could have easily lost the car into the bus stop. Wow. Can't believe I slowed that down. Good news is I'm faster than whoever's ahead of me. They're 15 seconds ahead at the moment. It might be the Red Bull car, I don't know. The Red Bull Ferrari. There's like 5 or 6 prototypes in this, so overall positioning we're P10, so we're definitely not leading the GT class. The question is, how much faster are we than whoever's ahead of us? A couple seconds a lap, I think. At that rate, we would definitely catch them by the end of the race. Blue flags. I don't see them yet. There they are in the mirrors. That's actually kind of scary to see those cars approaching so quickly at night. The headlights so fast in their mirrors. Prototype traffic. I'm GT traffic. I'm their traffic. I'm just a moving chicane, basically. The Ferrari prototype kind of slowed me down. I lost a lot more time because of him than I should have. He can pay me a favor by giving me a slipstream on the straight. He's so quick through the corners, I just can't keep up with that. We don't have that kind of pace in the corners. Oh, he's coming in. So much for him repaying the favor. Thank you. I don't know how I got that slowed down. Slowed it down just in time. Looks like range is about 21 laps. I have no idea how many laps down we are. On the front straight, I'm gonna pull up ACTV just to have a look. More blue flags. Great. Just what I need when I need to check out how many laps down I am. I don't know the exact number, and racer data doesn't exactly take that into account. A bit dangerous for me to be doing. I'll do it on the next lap, or I'll do it on the straight through here. That helps him get past. Makes that easy enough. God, I gotta improve my driving. This is bad. Bad driving so far. God, come on. What's that understeer from? I don't know where the hell that came from. Not helping me out one bit. Not at all. Okay, that's not it. It's the next one, I think. The next button down. Just want to find out how many laps down I am. That's all I'm trying to do. Oh god, I can't even see the apex. Why isn't there lighting on that apex? Someone needs to put some lighting on that apex. I can't see anything. My headlights aren't working that well either. These headlights are crap. We're 4 laps down, just for the record. The other guys ahead of us are not, but 3 laps down. So we would have 4 less laps to do than the LMPs. Which means we would have to go to 72 laps at the moment. More blue flags. I don't know if this is going to affect us going down another lap. Yes, I love when the screen freezes like that momentarily. No idea if he's going around my outside. He's probably screaming like, dude, holy crap, wow, it's so black out. This track lighting isn't doing anything. God, that Audi was menacing in my headlight, in my mirror with the headlights. In my headlights. He was menacing in my headlights. And my headlights were terrified of his headlights. Too spooky for me. Dude, do my headlights even work on my car? I mean, holy crap. These are the crappiest headlights ever. Still running in P10. And we're not faster than the guy ahead of us on that last lap. Or as of now, or whatever. Gotta improve. We may well have to make another stop, but that's okay. How much can we do on this tank? 18 laps? Oh god. I was expecting it to slow down a lot better than it did. That's why damage is off, folks. Oh my god, that Ferrari appeared out of nowhere. Are you gonna get past me or what? 3 seconds I've lost on this lap. This has just turned into a crap fest. I was not expecting it to not slow down into that corner. To be fair, I can't see anything. It's so bad. I was expecting my headlights to be better than this. What the hell? They're on, but they're not very good. I can't even see the apex to this corner. I'm kind of guessing coming into that last corner. It's a good thing I know the layout really well, and I know the track pretty well, but oh my god. Definitely going to go much slower in this night stint. Well, the race ends at night, so this is it. I mean, there isn't another daytime stint. So this will take us to like lap 65-ish. 66, 65, something like that. So not the end. You'll have to make another stop, but it would be a splash of fuel, basically. Well, it's just going to give me a slowdown penalty for missing the chicane. Not my fault, man. I think I grabbed a bit of grass on the outside there, and it did not allow me to slow down adequately. Not quite my fault. This race has gone from... Oh my god. It's not even slowing down in this corner. What the hell's happening all of a sudden? This car is so shit. Oh, it's not even slowing down. What the hell's happening? 5 seconds off the pace. What the hell? This is a joke. Can't afford to be losing time like this. At least I didn't crash the car that time, but my god. It's just not slowing down. This corner is why you have a turn-in reference at every corner, especially at night. Have a turn-in reference. Have a braking reference and a turn-in reference. And also have the ability to actually make the car slow down and turn into the corner. Most importantly. I just have to start driving a lot better. Kind of hard to do when you can't see where the hell you're going. Now let's not touch the grass into the braking here. Okay? Good job. It just slows you down if you miss the corner through there. It's actually a pretty hefty penalty to miss the corner and go straight on because of how much the game slows you down, which is a bit wild, but whatever. Just how they made this version of Watkins Glen much better. After several attempts of missing this corner, we finally make the corner. I'm proud of ourselves. Way to go, guys. Please tell me that's lap traffic. Please tell me that's lapped traffic coming behind an LMP. I'm not getting blue flags. There it is. It's blue flags. Okay, I feel better. We've lost a lot of unnecessary time on track. Oh. It looks like it might be that BMW. It's gonna have to be brave into those last couple corners. Go around the inside, down the inside. It is the BMW. I'm washing out, coming up the S's. Ugh! I want to rage so hard at that. That curb will make you spin. It's an auto spin curb, basically, in this car. There's other cars that can handle that curb like a boss, but this car, you touch that curb, you even look at that curb funny, You are definitely spinning. There's nothing you can do about it. No, we are slowing down for this corner. Really having to rely on my braking markers as both braking points and turn-in references at this point in the race. This has actually felt like a proper endurance. This one, I'm a little bit fatigued, both mentally and physically. It's not like I'm super exasperated physically, but I'm definitely getting tired. It's the mental concentration during the night is really the big one. Again, I just caught some grass on the outside and I just can't... You touch some grass and you just can't slow down at all. I'm having to learn how to drive on the right side of a car as well. it's definitely a bit foreign for me. We'll just say that much. It's foreign. It is a bit foreign. All of the people in the UK are probably laughing. But I'm not the one who drives on the wrong side of the car. I'm just joking. Or am I? Can't even see the exit properly. Starting to brake much more aggressive, much harder and aggressive. I could just get a proper exit off of these corners. It wouldn't be a problem. Only 9 seconds off the guy in front. We have the pace, we could get him. Just got to be better than we've been so far. Less traffic lapping us would be a gift as well. The leader's on lap 55, and we are on lap 51. Yeah, we're still 4 laps off. Definitely have to stop again. But it'll be like I said, it'll be like a splash. It'll be a splash of fuel. There being like 20 laps to go now. It'll be like 15 laps of fuel you can put in the car and be fine with that. How was that faster shifting down in the second? I'm not going to question it. Whatever. Whatever makes me faster at this point, I don't care. So I don't know if they're going to have to make an extra stop, but we're going to have to make a second stop. It wasn't quite going to be a one stop. Fuel consumption is one times. By the way, it's just a normal fuel consumption rate. 1x, or whatever you want to say. Just a normal fuel consumption rate. I hope they all have to make stops as well, because we could be out in a big way with another stop if they don't have to make one. We're gonna have to make one. It's inevitable. We're gonna have to make one. It's just the way that is. Can't change it. I can only put so much fuel in the car at once. I've got to stop catching some grass, man. It's just making me so much slower. Unnecessary, too. Range is about 11 laps. On this tank. The leader is not far behind me then if he just crossed the finish line. So if he's just crossed start finish, he's right behind me and he's going to lap me very soon, put me 5 laps down. But it'll be one less lap of fuel that we'll need for this race. I'm starting to find a rhythm here in the night, starting to find my groove as I've got my references and everything down. I say that and then I start nearly losing the back end. I just always have to open my freaking mouth. But I've gotten much more comfortable in the night stint here as we've gone on. How are we looking comparatively to whoever's ahead of us? P9. Oh, we were not faster on that lap. Who's in P9? Guess we'll find out at the end of the race. Maybe. Maybe we'll find out at the end of this race. Lap 58, he's right behind me. Is the leader, so here we go. Get ready to get blue flagged very soon. I am flirting with the grass. I can't help it, the grass is so sexy. I have to flirt with it. Too tempting. Too tempting to just stay away from the grass. trying to keep the pace up. Trying to keep it together. We had to look much quicker on that lap. Someone's in the pits. Someone's dropped behind us, so that means we've been promoted to P9. That was a little bit distracting to look at that, I'm not gonna lie. Can't tell you it wasn't distracting. There's that car behind. Look, just see the headlights in the distance, in the mirrors. There he is, blue flags. Any moment now. Trying to just stay ahead so he can get me in an ideal position. Just not this corner, bro. Save it for later. Save it for after this corner. You can get past all you want after this corner. Is that the Ferrari again? Looks like a red car. No, it's not the Ferrari. I don't know what that is. He goes up the inside. I gave him the space. Might be the Cadillac? Or Panos. I don't know which car that is. I don't know if... That's the leader. That's the guy leading the race. For the record. That's the leader, so we should be 5 laps down now at this juncture. Been pretty boring ever since that early battle. It's been a really, really boring race ever since that point in this race. That's the leader, so he should be going across. Yeah, and he sets time, and we are 5 laps down indeed. Brilliant multitasking by myself to be able to do that and brake in downshift into the next corner. Pat myself on the back. And catching P8 as well. P8 is not far up the road, or terribly far up the road. Ooh. A little bit tardy on the brakes there. Hard enough on the anchors to get it slowed down though. Gonna have to just start holding 4 through that last corner. The leader has just crossed, so that means that he's not terribly far up the road, to be honest. In fact, is that him? We've been promoted. We're back up into P7. They made stops now, it looks like. We're going to have to make an extra one. Those guys are... only making 1 stop? I am so confused. I just got to drive the balls off this thing. Try to get ourselves way up the field so we can make 1 last stop for a little bit of fuel. It should balance itself out. I mean, we don't need much fuel for the end of this race. We're 5 laps down. So we'll only need to go to lap 71. Yeah, we can put about 18 laps of fuel in the car when we need to stop. I'll do that on the straight just to make sure. There's a Lamborghini again. Hello, friend. Is that for position? I believe that's for position. Unless he's just lapped and I don't know it. We might be lapping him. No idea. Hold on, prototype. Prototype, bro. Alright, now you can pass. I think that's the Audi on our right. As I point to my right to no one. Yeah, it is the Audi. Go. We'll follow him up the hill. He's getting on that Lamborghini. Oh my god, it front end washes out coming through here. You see, I just didn't have the front end grip following these guys. They're just so fast. They leave a huge wake of disturbed airflow behind them. I can't get any going over my wings or through the diffuser. Big time slowed down here. This might actually allow me to make a nice overtake soon. You know where it is. You know where it's coming. If I can get close enough. Oh, if I can get close enough, I can send one right up the inside. Wow, that was a lunge and a half. I'll take that. What's that for? That wasn't even for position. Wow, that wasn't even for position. That was just a straight up murder to send him a lap down on the GT traffic. Nicely done. A little bit deep. Wait, hold on. That's a Celine ahead. I think that's a Celine. Unless it's a Lister. The Lister cousin. Brother. Sister? I have no idea. We're going to put 18 laps of fuel. That should have us safe through to the end. But the less we put in, the faster our stop can go. So let's not put too much in. 5 laps down. Just look at it this way. 5 laps down, 71. Yeah, we wouldn't even need, but maybe like 13 laps of fuel would get us to the end. I won't worry about it until the fuel tank icon pops up on our screen. And when that happens, that's when we get concerned. Well, we don't get concerned, but we'll need to make adjustments for our pit stop in terms of how much fuel we're going to put in the car, because we don't want to overdo it by too much. Like I said, we need to have a very quick stop if possible, because we're going to have to stop again. We can't make it to the end on this. Oh, getting so close to the Celine. Almost tapping the back of him. I slowed it down just in time. Dive bomb down the inside, looking for that 200 marker board. Now brake. That might put him a lap down. That was not for position either. So they're both a lap down on GTs. But it's not like it's going to matter. We have to stop again anyway. 14 seconds is the gap to the car ahead. The next car for position. So I'm trying to pull away as much as possible from the car behind. I don't want to lose out on positioning in this race. Oh man, that was a menacing slide. Getting a little bit overconfident into turn 1, I think. Starting to really figure my line out through the S's to prevent me from hitting the curb and spinning out on there. For now, for the time being. Let's mount this curb all the way through the bus stop. Really hugging that inside line. Blue flags. No idea. The leader has just crossed the start finish. I was just going to say I have no idea where the leader is, but I do now. How are we looking on fuel? I think it's about 3 laps or so until we'll need to stop. Yeah, it is. Lap 60 for us. Of about 71 laps total that we're going to do in this race. Still trying to make that Ferrari prototype work for it. You're going to have to work for that overtake, buddy. Nice and tight to the inside. Run up the hill, point it toward the barrier, and then turn left at the top of the S's, and you will make your way through the corner. Looking for 400 meters or feet. I don't know if this is feet or meters. I would assume this is feet, considering we're in America. We need to look for 400 feet. You know, I feel like I'm really feeling a groove now. There's the fuel tank icon, as you would expect it to pop up with the fuel pressure getting light. The tank is nearly empty. Means lap times should be dropping. They are. We're actually starting to get very close to our personal best right now. Might even set a new personal best if we can keep it together in the last couple corners. Getting some of that prototype slipstream as well, just to help us stay right in it. Holding 4th gear. With 3rd gear have been faster there. It's about a 10th difference, I think. Not much time in it, if it is faster. Wow, that was a really nice lap there. Oh, it's another Lamborghini. Scream! Scream World. Is screamworld.net still a website? It don't matter, because I'm about to pass this guy. I think I am. Oh god, he came right back at me. Don't do it. Don't resist the overtake. Resistance is futile. I lost a second trying to do that. Can you believe that? I lost all that time trying to make an overtake on that car. Oh, the back end steps out very lively. Get up on this Viper. Oh, he's gonna close the door on me. Nicely done though by the AI. Gotta give him that. Nice traction on the exit. Ooh, can we send it down the inside? I think yes. I think yes. I think yes. Oh, got it. Nice. That was a little bit close. I'm not gonna lie. That was very close between the two of us. A little bit, almost rubbing shoulders there with each other into that corner. Oh, is this a prototype? Okay, thank God that's a prototype. That's the Audi. You must have had to stop again. All right, watch our fuel. We're good to go. We can still go another 2 laps almost. We'll probably have to come in at the end of this lap. We'll see. We'll watch it very closely. We might come in on... Let's come in on this lap. I mean, we'll have to change... We'll have to put fuel in anyway. 5 laps down. Oh my god. I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. Don't not pay attention to what you're doing while you're going at about 150 or whatever miles an hour we're going. Up an S curve like that. a curving uphill section of track, 150 miles an hour, and you're not even paying attention to what you're doing. We'll come in on this lap. I think it just makes the most sense. But I could set a personal best as well. Not anymore, not with that corner. Yep, you can throw the personal best out the window. Okay, so... just trying to keep it together, nice and clean. Alright, we'll get into the pits. This will be our last time into the pits. Yeah, 13 is good. One more update on it. 5 laps down. There's a Ferrari behind us that hasn't pit. We're P7. At the moment, we're P7. Come on, quickly, quickly, quickly. Oh, I just hit my marks. Oh my god, I almost didn't hit my marks on that. Quick fuel, quick fuel, quick fuel. Oh, we've been demoted to P8. But maybe they'll have to stop, who knows? Quickly! Quickly, 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 go. Okay, we're good, we're good. Alright, let's go. Down to P10 at the moment. I don't think so, mister. The other Celine! What's up, bro? It's been a long time since we saw this guy. Alright, now it's just a straight sprint to the end. This is just a straight dash to the finish. It all comes together in the end, doesn't it? No choice but to make that extra stop, you know? You know where it's coming. You know what it is. That's where I got him earlier in the race, but that was so long ago now. It's crazy to think. That's a Ferrari ahead of us. That's for position. For P8. I'm gonna be too far back to make a move, aren't I? No, I'm not. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. It was a little bit tardy. Bit of a late move, but made it stick. Up into P8. Hell yeah, baby. Let's get that P7 back if we can. Yeah, the only way I think we're getting P7 back is if he pits again. But we want to keep our pace up just in case. Yeah, we're like 15, 16 seconds away. Oh, nice little sideways action on the way in. You love to see it. Except for when it actually negatively impacts you. Then you don't love to see it. You hate to see it. So we got past that Ferrari in quick order after he got past us in the pit stop phase. Strategy has worked out as well as I think it could. I don't think there's anything we could have done. 2 full tanks of fuel and then having to put a little bit extra in at the end. There's not much I could have really done. I think we played it really, really well in this race. We've had decent pace, a couple of mistakes, a couple of slight off-track excursions, but other than that, pretty well done to this point. We're getting very close to the end here. Gotta hope for another stop for those guys ahead of us. Oh, where am I going? Just ran wide off of that corner. I haven't felt very good about that lap. Were we faster than the guy ahead? Yeah, we were by a little bit. All I can do is just drive at this point. It's down to strategy now. It's the only thing left to determine this is strategy. Purely strategy. Can't determine it on pure pace alone anymore. Car behind is 3 seconds adrift, but we're faster than the car behind at this moment. Oh, hard send into the bus stop. My eyes have actually kind of adjusted to this nighttime condition, believe it or not. Ah, if I didn't push wide off that corner like that. I'm so close to setting a new personal best. I know I am. Can't stop me. Driving the car hard now. Getting very close to a personal best. If he has to stop, he is definitely going to fall behind me. There's nothing he can do to stop that from happening. If he has to stop the car in front. I just had to wait a hair later to get the power down. It cost me a chance at getting an improvement in lap time in that section. Oh, I hate that corner. That corner is the one corner that will throw off a personal best. I've been throwing the car around on this lap in the last couple laps. Might be starting to pay for it a little bit, getting a little too aggressive. Blue flags, I know. Might be the Ferrari. I see red in the mirrors, so when I see a red car, I just think it's the Ferrari LMP. Of course, these LMPs, you know, who knows how many times they have to stop in a race. Oh, that's a dangerous place to make a pass. Just wait until the straight, man. It is the Ferrari, just for confirmation's sake. There he goes. He's definitely slow through here. I don't know why. They should be much quicker through that bit of track. Could just be that the Ferrari LMP is not very good. Cost me some time there. Only 10 seconds off the guy in front. But there's not many laps left in it for us, so I don't think, unless he has a pit, I don't think we can make up another position. It would be a miracle at this point, I feel like, for us to get that lucky. Oh, there you go. Leader on the final lap, so this is definitely it. We're not going to make up the position. That could have been a personal best if I didn't have that moment right there. Ah. So that means this is our final lap, I think. This should be our final lap. We shouldn't have another lap to go after this. This is it. Do I dare turn down or dial back the brake bias? Downshifted just earlier than I wanted to. I didn't mean to downshift that soon. Gap is so close, it's 8 seconds to the car in front. Alright, well, let's just bring it home. At least we didn't spin it there. Let's just bring it home. Under blue flags. Oh, the Ferrari. 2 Ferraris got past us in the end of this one. In our class. You can see it there. There's your results. Man, what a race, though. Hard fought. I think we could have had P7, but we kind of squandered it away. Finished 6 laps down, completing about 70 laps. Yeah, 70 laps of racing. Wow, what a hard fought and hard driven race. 17 car field, I think. It was a really fun one. Not quite able to win the class, but it is a class podium. So I'm certainly going to take that. I think Panos won the overall race. I'm busy looking at the timing tower. Forget the crash there. No crashes or incidents with AI, so that's good. No real hard crashes either. We tapped a barrier. We did tap a barrier at one point, but it doesn't really matter. So class podium, it's pretty good. Pretty good result. I don't know how far Riccitelli finished ahead of us. Palucci finished about 8 seconds ahead of us, so he was very, very close to us. Definitely had a chance at finishing in P7. I think which is where we were running for most of this race, but we finished in 8th, which is not a bad result at all. There's Paolucci, in case you're wondering who that car is. It's a Ferrari. Riccitelli, the fastest car. You can see his total time. And what was his fastest? A 46.6. I actually had a faster lap than he did, so, but just wasn't consistent enough. Gap, is that gap the gap to the car ahead? Or to the lead, to the, I don't know. I don't know what the gap is. I'll have to look at this time and actually figure out. I think we finished about a minute behind Riccitelli. I think we were a minute behind, almost. Like we were like 50 some seconds. I'll have to calculate that. And we finished 8 seconds. All of that in 8 seconds between ourselves and Palucci. Just, I guess the strategy didn't quite work out for us. We ran the soft tire. Everyone else seemed to run the medium tire. There's the back half of the field. Their timetable. Yeah, the back half was definitely slower. If you look at the personal bests, it actually shook out exactly how it pretty much should. Consistency is the name of the game, though, as well. There's qualifying, the timetable, and results for qualifying. How many laps done. It would be cool if the race would show you how many pit stops each team did. You know what? I might be able to show you in... It might be able to tell you in the replay. So, I don't care about this, but I do care about global. So, 3 pit stops, 3 stops. Looks like everyone actually made 3 stops in the end. You can look at this and see that pretty much everyone made 3 stops. 6, 6, 5. That's a big reason why these cars finished so far up. These guys had to make a lot. That's why we kept getting getting close to these guys. Or I want to they were lapping us, pitting, and then having to lap us again. So 4.9 laps ahead of us finished, 5.1 laps ahead of us, 5.2 laps ahead, 5.4, 5.7 laps ahead. So Jaeger, I think, was almost a lap down, actually, as the last prototype. So is this in real time? Oh, this must be in real time. We were running P7 here, apparently. We were in P7. If I fast forward to here, does it update? It says we're P7 at this point as well. We finished P8. Oh, by the end, this is the cooldown lap, isn't it? Yeah, this is the cooldown lap. We'd made 4 stops by the end, 7, 6, 7. I think they had made 4, so they definitely made less stops. Interesting. And this was on, get this global thing out of the way, this was on lap 20. Current lap 20? Oh, we have that far back in this race? This did not take place during the nighttime. This was during daylight hours, was this part of the race. So this actually didn't take place at night. This was really early in the race. This is lap 31. This was not at night, but we'll roll with the replay being at night. Go to the end and then go back to the beginning? No? I was really proud of ourselves to keep it clean in this one. Kept it pretty clean. All of our overtakes were clean. Our driving was very clean, aside from just a couple of small mistakes. I mean, the mistakes we did make were relatively minor, and I mean, it wasn't perfect by any means. I would have liked it to be perfect, but yeah, there's nothing I can really do. Turn this stuff off. Turn off ACTV tower. I'll leave this on just so we have a reference for what lap this is. I don't remember how I got past this car. It was probably up the inside into whatever turn that is. Let me pull up a map of the track. With the bus stop, it is... With the bus stop endurance layout, the long... Is it called the boot layout? Or whatever it's called. The turn I'm talking about is turn 7. It's called toe. And then the boot down to turn 8, the heel. I see now the boot. I get it. I get why it's called the boot layout. I see it now. I didn't understand why it was called the boot layout, but I see it now. Outer loop is also referenced as the carousel. That's turn 5. That's a long right-hander. Which goes down into shoot, which is turn 6. We're on the main straight into turn 1 now, and this is going to be where we make a move. Okay, so we made this move into turn 1, that's right. Squeeze them out wide. So that happened on lap 36. No other real action other than letting prototypes through. On to lap 50. Ran wide a couple times there. I don't know if this is when night really started to fall, but when night first started falling, I was struggling, having a difficult time really picking out reference points. The headlights didn't really seem to be super effective in this car, so I was kind of struggling really to pick out reference. You can see just those headlights just do not appear very strong. So I was definitely having to start learning reference. Well, not learning, but getting better at picking out references, turn-in being the hardest thing to reference. And I had to just kind of learn to build up confidence to figure out where to turn in. I knew where to brake. I already know where to brake, but turning in is different at nighttime because you can't see as well as in the day. You know, in the day you don't really have to think about it. When you get to nighttime and the track darkens and all of your references around the track are darkened, now you have to start relying on how much you know about the track, and turning in becomes a little bit less easy. It becomes much more difficult to do because now you don't, especially when you can't see the apex very well, you kind of don't know if you're going to turn in and miss the apex, if you're going to cut the corner or go wide. You need to be able to be precision accurate. So having a reference that you can rely on when to turn in becomes critical. Couldn't stay away from the grass for a few of those laps. The grass becomes much more difficult to spot as well. Where the exact outside of the track limits are becomes difficult to spot. You can see I'm using the very limit of the track on the outside to brake and turn in to every corner. I'm trying to maximize the track width just to find what time I can. This was a really, really lonely stint. The entire night stint was pretty lonely. I would have liked to have actually had a lot of racing. I would have preferred to actually be stuck behind a couple cars during the night stint, just so that you can follow them and then you have a good reference. They would become your reference for the track. It's a shame that the replay did not save it's a shame the replay did not save the first, I think 13 laps. The first 13 laps or so were very intense. We had a lot of we were just riding along behind the Celine and the Ferrari for several laps, trying to get positioning on them, and then eventually we got past the Celine, and once we got past the Celine, it just became a very boring race running out in clean air. I think that's a prototype ahead. No, it's not. It's actually not a prototype. It's a prototype behind us. That's a Lamborghini that's ahead of us, and I think we caught him on the next lap. Yeah, this is us catching him in the bus stop. Trying to figure out where to get past. The easiest place to get past is, this is chute, and then toe is the next corner, turn 7. So as you come around chute down into toe, this is the best overtaking place on the track, I found. And I made my moves stick every single time. So that's us getting past the Lamborghini. The other Lamborghini. And is that this? No, that's the Viper ahead. It actually becomes pretty tricky to follow up through the S's, which are turns 2, 3, 4. Really, it's turns 3 and 4. Following through there is very tricky, but we made it stick around down the inside into the first part of the chicane. Do you want to see how we got past the Viper? I think it was into the same corner, was it not? No, it may have been actually down into turn 9 or turn 8. I'm sorry, which is heel. Yeah, it was turn 8. This is the Celine. This is the Celine we were stuck behind in the first 12 or so laps. We ended up rejoining right at the end of the race. Oddly enough. Funny how that worked out. We ended up re-overtaking him again. And I don't know. This had to have been for position. This was after our last stop as well. Because right? This was after the last stop we made, right? Yeah, well, yeah, we had just come out of the pits. And I had to re-overtake both of these guys because we dropped behind them with a second stop. With an extra stop. Also, I'm pretty sure that if I pull this back up, where is it? The first one? This one. It says 5 stops or something, but I think well, why does it say 5 stops? I have no idea. We made 2 stops. I think it was saying 3 stops before. That's because we came into the pits at the end of the race down here. We made 2 stops. One here and one right here. And when we came in, we ended up dropping a few positions. Yeah, there you go. There's a Ferrari. There's one of them. There's another one of them. That was the Ferrari that we finished 8 seconds behind at the end of the race. You see how much time we lost just having to come out of the pits. And there goes the Ferrari and the Celine that we had to re-overtake. There they are right there as we come out just behind them. We had to make an extra stop. We were doomed to make that extra stop. Go back. I'm trying to figure out what that is. That a oh, that's a prototype. Okay. This is the last lap. This is the end of the race, and that's us crossing start finish before we get lapped. That car was for position, I believe. Was that car for position? Let me see. Maybe this will tell us. No, that's a prototype. I have no idea who this is. That's another prototype. That is another prototype. The onboards for these prototypes are not working. That's the same prototype, is it not? Prototype. That is the, I don't know where this guy was. It's Dominguez, who did not finish ahead of us. This guy did finish ahead of us, and he finished directly ahead of us. I think he had another lap to complete. No, he's coming in at the end of the race. So this is, I'm pretty sure, Paolucci. I can't read that. Jarvinen? I'm pretty sure that this is the guy in P7. Pretty sure. This is a red Ferrari, so which driver is this? What if I just go to Soul Weather? Soul Weather. Go back about. Go back to where in the daytime. Oh, it doesn't have a driver. Interesting. Well, it's a red Ferrari. I don't know who this was. Maybe nope, not Sidekick. ACTV. Is this over here? This is Palucci. This is Ruad or whatever. He's down in P14. Okay. So Palucci finished ahead of us. And he was here. And we were here. Yeah, he was not very far away from us. He was going into turn 1. So he was not very far ahead of us. And the winning car in our class. This is the this is the Celine, right? Yeah, this is the Celine. And this might be the Ferrari. No, that's not the Ferrari. That's the Viper of Alzen. Finished. I don't know where he finished. Alzen finished in P9. Actually behind us. 12 seconds off of us apparently. Is that correct? 12 seconds? No, he finished P9. Is this... This is the winning car. Okay, this is the winning car of... I don't know who this is. It's Riccitelli. Or isn't it Riccitelli? Yeah, Riccitelli, I think. So this is the car that won the race. But anyway, that's just a replay. Yeah, Riccitelli. Alright, well, that's going to do it. 2 hours in the sim. Pretty fun. Not quite on the level of like a Daytona or the Spa, which we've done at 4 hours, which would only be halfway through it at this point. But fun nonetheless, man. We'll have to do some more. We'll have to do a Group C somewhere as well, like a short little 2-hour event. One more look at, are they going to have the results from this one? Or is it going to be too much to compute? Cleaning up some stuff. As fast as you can. Okay. Best. Oh, it does have the laps and everything. Cool. Does it have all of my laps? Or is that just way too much? Oh, I may have frozen it by trying to click on my laps. Oh, no, we can see them. Okay. So here's my lap times under total. Let's see what kind of times I did. Pretty consistent 49s and 48s initially. Remember, we were stuck behind traffic. Then we got out from behind traffic and started hitting 47s. A little 48 in there. And 47s, 46s started happening. 46. That was our personal best right there. I think that was our personal best. Right before the pit stop phase was our personal best of the whole race. Then we followed that up with a 48. And then we pit right there, right around 31, 32. At the end of 32, we pit, I think, right? So you can ignore the total time there. Then we went 34. We went and we did a 48 and then a 50, 49, 48, 47, 47, 47, 48. 48s and 49s, you can tell this is when nighttime started falling just before lap 50 because I was struggling to find my groove, and then I started getting into a groove again and did 47s. Some traffic in there, but mostly 47s, and then pit again on to lap 64. We pit. So having a quick look at it, what was Palucci's winning strategy? What did he do? He went and he pit. It looks like on lap 28 onto 29 is when he stopped. And then he stopped again on 56 on the 57. So he had to stop twice anyway. Yeah, okay. He stopped twice anyway. So we all kind of had to stop twice. So it wouldn't have made a difference. All on medium tires. He just had the better pace than we did. More consistent than we were as well. The Ferrari made the fastest lap. Huh. Interesting. Oh, that's cool. That is really cool. Does that have the skins? No, it doesn't have all the skins. The 550 GTS was just faster than the whole field. And you can see the total time here taken. 2 hours, 8 minutes, 2 hours, 8 minutes, 24, 2 hours, 9 minutes, 25, 2 hours, 8 minutes, 59, 2 hours, 8 minutes, 40, 2 hours, 8 minutes, 14. What did this 575 GTC do? Looking for his stops. Most people are able to go close to lap 30. Yeah, 28 on the 29. Oh, hold on. 28 on the 29, and then he ran again until 56 on the 57. Okay. The Celine that we were behind, what was his strategy on fuel? So he ran, we were stuck behind him for quite a while there. You can see his times while we were stuck behind. And then he stopped on 27 on the 28. And then stopped again. 54 on the 55. Okay. And Dominguez in the Chrysler Viper stopped 28 on the 29 as well, and probably 54 or so. 58 on the 59. Okay. So he stopped quite late. Probably the same with the other one. Yeah, 58 on the 59, and he did 29 onto 30. What did our teammate do? Or the other Lister Storm, if you want to look at it that way. Knapfield. What did he do? He was much slower than us in this race, for sure. He did lap 30 on the 31, okay. And then probably stopped somewhere in the 50s. Lap 60 on the 61. Okay. This guy stopped 57 on the 58 and probably around lap 28, 29, 30. Yeah, 28 on the 29. All right. How many stops did these guys make? I wish it would just tell you, but you can look at the total time to get a feel for when they stopped. Panos, who won the race, stopped His first stop came... Wait, what? No, I just want to scroll down. I just want to scroll down, game. I just want to scroll through. Just want to scroll through. Okay. I just want to scroll through and see what his when his stops were. Did he not make a stop? No, he did. Right there. There's a stop right here. 34 on the 35, which means he could have only he probably only made one stop on that. It's kind of insane. Yeah, I'm not seeing where he would stop again. Maybe at the very end again on the last lap. He stopped again, but didn't really matter. He already had that in the bag. What about the Oreo 8? Or the Audi, if you want to look at it that way. This prototype stopped 64? What? No, that's not right. That can't be right. Was that their stop? Right here? No, right here. I think they stopped right here. Yeah, they had to stop right here. 32 onto 33. I should just told you how many they made. I think the Ferrari stopped a lot. There's one right there. One stop right there. Another stop right there. Yeah, they just don't have the fuel tank capacity for this. Might be something I'll have to modify in the future. BMW. There's a stop right there. I'm just looking for huge gaps in the time. Did they make another stop? 30 to 31 and then 40 to 41. Again, kind of wish it told you how many stops everyone made. It doesn't seem to be saying anything about that on here. It's kind of weird to me. There's a stop. That must be a stop right here. Which is why some of these cars have finished so far down is having to make so many extra stops. In fact, finished a lap down, a lap down, a lap down, 5 laps down, 6 laps, 6 laps, 6 laps, 6 laps, 6 laps, 7 laps, 7 laps, 7 laps. Anybody finish 8 laps down? No. Okay, very interesting field here. That was fun. We'll be back soon with some more NHL, or I've also been thinking we could try Motorsport Manager, but that was fun. Here's the settings one more time, just a quick look at it. Time multiplier times 3. Yes, I did have the AI a bit low. Here's the settings in terms of ballast and all that stuff as well. Close that off. Qualifying session, everything. And there's all this stuff. Fuel consumption, slipstream effect, damage was off. Obviously, 76 laps. Broken clouds, optimum track conditions, Watkins Glen boot endurance. Just the layouts. Just because it has track lights on it. Lister Storm, number 14. You can also take a look at the different skins and everything we ran for this one. We may have to do this again in a year's time or something. Come back to the Glen and also try other tracks as well with this group of cars. Showing you all the skins here that I used. Showing them off for myself to refer to in the future. Should we come back and do this series, we can race similar skins or the same cars, skins, whatever. But I'm going to have to look into the fuel tank of the cars that finished so far down the order in the prototypes, like the Ferrari, the BMW, the Cadillac. These two are fine, I think, the Ariel, but the Panos might need some BOP, maybe. I'll have to look into it. I don't know how much quicker that car was. No, that was fun.